And they're going to be Paul and Creed.
Oh, the finals are Paul and Creed? Holy crap. I thought this was the final matchup. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so your friendly neighborhood broker, in addition to being blind, is bad with numbers. So I thought this was the final matchup. So this is not the final matchup. We are seeing Paul Carroll yet again on Rakdos Elemental and Creed Quarter on Glimpse. Glimpse combo. Again, these are the two decks that have been really, really crazy today. Surprise, you guys get more streaming, you guys get more commentary from Zach and your friendly neighborhood broker.
It was me. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything.
Well, if it's not you, then it's me, and I don't want to be in trouble. I mean, I'm good.
I did it.
Okay, see, there you go. Don't worry. I will always be in more trouble than you. You can ask the girls. I paint getting into trouble the way other people paint with oil and canvas. But yeah, while we're getting ready for this matchup, I'd like to again put out a couple shameless plugs. Magnolia Vine Designs.
No spaces.
On Etsy. This lovely person provided Out of the Box Gaming with t-shirts, apparel, help support the community, help support the store. They even had a custom one made for me with the broker on the back of the shirt. It's beautiful. I had a rough week that week. I walked in and the owners, Zach and Autumn, they gave me the shirt. And I tell you what, it just made a day better. And there's beautiful designs. And while I have not personally seen the Etsy page, I'm sure they have a lot more beautiful things there to purchase and buy. And also, Out of the Box Gaming, 36 West Main Street, Thomasville, North Carolina, where you can come to support whatever nerdy hobby you want. Models, D&D books, Warhammer, Malifaux, board games of every kind, card games of every kind, accessories, mats, supplies, anything you want. If they don't have it, they'll find it. Speaking of not having it, but you go find it, if you need any Magic the Gathering cards and this lovely, beautiful store doesn't have it, that's where they call me. That's where I come in. My name's Adam Eldridge. I'm the broker. If the running gag with me is if I don't have what you want, I go find what you want. I've been playing Magic the Gathering on and off for about kinda, sorta, maybe 20 years. And it's a fun hobby. It's a fun time. You get to hang out with friends, get to play with luxury cardboard rectangles. These lovely cats may be running decks that might cost more than a used car, but good Lord, is it a good time. Yeah, the broker. That might be the next design on the shirt. We'll have to get some little semi-copyrighted Chris Farley Saturday Night Live design put together. That'd be fantastic. But prior to the matchup, again, I just want to thank Out of the Box Gaming for giving me this opportunity. The girls for not letting me get in too much trouble being here all day.
Guys, I did it.
You got it. Yes, you did this. You did a thing.
I finally did it.
So, here we are. This is the last match of the day, so I don't stick my foot all the way down my throat.
This is the last match of the day.
And last one. LAST, right? LAST. Okay. And then, I'm sorry, girls, but there will have to be a little hustling done after the match, but it will not be near as late as I thought it was going to be. So that's dope.
It's my fault because I need luxury cardboard rectangles.
Everyone needs luxury cardboard rectangles, and if you can't get it from Out of the Box Gaming at 36 West Main Street, you can always get it from your friendly neighborhood broker. That's Benjamin Adam Eldridge on Facebook. Buzz me on Facebook. I'll send you a link to the Broker's Bazaar, and I will also help the store to find whatever luxury cardboard rectangle you need. So we're swapping deck lists. We're checking everything out.
Gonna find out who's naughty and nice.
I mean, at this point, it's Glimpse and Rakdos Elementals. Both of these cats are naughty.
Oh yes, most definitely. But only one of them is bringing coal to the table.
I'm telling you straight up. I told Kyle and Chase earlier, I think Glimpse the Unthinkable is a deck that is so unique that I would literally have to be mainlining Monster Energy to concentrate on what I'm doing, because this stupid card.
Oh, I agree.
Like, it is wild. Like, it is ridiculous. Like, the level of you sink or swim with this deck is hilarious.
So is the goal to cast it or cascade into it?
Yes.
I see.
So you can suspend it, but the main goal is to cascade into it. So there are aspects of Living End. There are aspects of that just sort of cascade effect. So the thing about this version of the build is if you don't do the Glimpse combo, there are other variants of this deck where just they go all in. They go Glimpse combo and they go all in. But this runs Wave Sifters and Omnath, Locus of Creation, and its own set of Furies and Endurance. And it has a little bit of a uniqueness of like a mid-range elemental deck.
Right.
So if the Glimpse combo gets shut down, then
you still got something strong to rely on.
Yes, you can still run.
Gotcha.
You can still operate. So whereas exactly. First of all, I would like to say I'm debating Monster Energy straight to the juggler anyway, Courtney, because I kind of worked 110 hours in 10 days, which is not humanly normal and shouldn't be humanly possible. Be advised, don't work that much. Don't be me. Don't be a glutton for punishment. No, I'm good. You have your zebra cake. I'm fluffy. I brought my own zebra cake to the
Chat, I'm enjoying a zebra cake.
He is enjoying a zebra cake in front of me, and that's okay, because I'm eating a vegan beef jerky, and I'm fine with it. It's totally fine. It wasn't that bad.
It was not. It was delicious.
It wasn't that bad. Okay, look. So here's the thing. When you're this fluffy, you gotta start somewhere. And I would like to say,
these zebra cakes.
Okay, well, first of all, like, if I could start zebra cakes and lose 19 pounds in 2 weeks, I would do that. Like, I think everyone would do that.
I think it's possible.
That's what you do. If you can go down the Little Debbie aisle and just start shedding weight, I think everybody would be in Walmart camped out with tents. So, like, you gotta start somewhere. It's really not that bad. Sarah, I'm sure will chime into chat that, well, if you want to kiss me, go brush your teeth. Fair. That's fair. I get it. I just make sure I lose the weight all day. Then I go home, hit the Listerine, and I'm fine to, speak to my family. And it's okay. But, yeah. So, well, there you go. Well, yeah, but, Paul's 8 pounds and in perfect shape. He doesn't even have to be, So, see, your BFF is vegan. You got to start somewhere, right? You got to start somewhere. And I have to start at my waist because that's the biggest start I have. So, so we're going, so let's get to the gameplay. Let's get off of, health. Let's go off of health and back onto nerdiness. Let's see this game. So, Paul is shuffling up. So, for last game, you weren't here. So Paul had to use his one pile shuffle per round. He was tossing that deck back and forth like romaine lettuce. He was just trying to get some randomization. He told me, so we're running 19 lands in this deck. Mm-hmm. We're running 19 lands and 4 MFDCs. He drew 5 lands in a row.
Yep.
That is like some Magic the Gathering Online vengeance. That is hi, we've let you win 3 games. It's time in the show to not play a land for 7 turns. I feel like Creed is keeping his hand. I think Creed is keeping his hand. Yeah, so Creed's keeping. I don't know what just happened. Did you break the cameras?
I didn't break anything.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know what's going on, but don't
Bet
worry,
you,
guys.
so
I'm figuring it out.
so $5 says that a deer hit an internet tower
I believe that.
and is screwing up the cameras because I'm here. What is this? I don't know what that is.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is not my fault.
Okay, so welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Out of the Box Gaming Modern 1K, part of our 2022 Summer Cup Series, and also tons of unmitigated technical difficulties. But we appreciate you being with us. We appreciate you listening, watching, liking, following. Thank you so much to everyone. And I personally want to give a massive shout out to Out of the Box Gaming for the opportunity to letting me go horse on stream. God bless every single one of you. Well, I bless you too. Well, you allow me to go horse. It's fine. So we have jumped into a grief played. And we're going to do an Undying Evil. So we have Black Cliffs into Grief with Feign Death. Discarding a black card to get the evoke trigger, then the Feign Death. Feign Death and Grief. This is just insane, ladies and gentlemen.
Given me some
this
new
is
ideas
so
for Pauper.
good.
Like some Demir, sacrifice the Mole Drifter, bring it back.
Well, so here's the thing. So in Pauper,
cards for 4 mana.
okay,
yes,
but see, but here's the thing. So let's just segue real quick. So we got Colony Garden. We got a little Saproling token hanging out, having a good time. So here's the thing. I'll just make one quick segue to Pauper. You have Ephemerate in Pauper, modern, right? Pauper legal, right?
Right.
All right. You have Feign Death.
Also Pauper legal.
Also Undying Evil.
Also Pauper legal.
Is Undying Malice uncommon?
I think so.
Okay, fine. 8 triggers. 8 to 12 triggers hanging out, having a good time. So, where are we, sir?
Oh, you're good.
Are we? Well, it doesn't look like we're good because things are tiny.
It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's
fine. That's what I tell myself. That's what I tell myself.
Something always poops the bed.
Yes,
I wholeheartedly
yes,
agree.
yes.
Thank God it's not me this time.
So, well, I mean, that's fair. Everything eventually poops the bed. So with me, the only thing is just, like, deer happened to be involved. I think, what was it, when my first 4 months coming to hang out at this store.
Twice, I think.
So, spoiler alert to the viewership and the listening community. I have bad luck with deer. They don't like me. And I don't like them. And my first 5 years coming straight home, I hit 4 deer. 5 years, 4 deer. I have averaged more deer in my life than people with a hunting license and a rifle. And then they come in and they start like jumping in through the windows of Main Street, Thomasville. And I told Zach, I was like, I'm so sorry. They followed me home.
They did.
They followed me here, and I apologize. So, all right. So we have the Grief with the counter on it. We have what
looks like. Is that a treasure token?
That
might be.
Yeah. Yes. That looks like yes. That's a treasure token.
2.
So we're tapping
cycle,
down.
The
Yep.
wave.
You're getting rid of the wave sifter.
Yep.
Don't die. We can't have our viewership dying on us. That's not okay. I mean, look at this matchup. We'll just have Paul cast Feign Death. You'll come back stronger, beefier than ever. It'll be great.
You'll have the +1/+1 counter.
You'll have a +1/+1 counter. There you go. Yeah, that's the way we gotta handle it. That's the way we gotta handle it. All right, so tapping out, we got a dashed monkey. So here comes a dashed monkey plus a grief for the counter. So revealing Cavern of Souls, moot point. So, okay. All right, so taking the damage, that puts Creed at 2. Paul's at 17. Good grief. Okay. So, all right, so there we go. There goes Agent. So we're cascading in. So we have the Shardless Agent cascading in, and okay, so there's the glimpse. So we go through maybe 10 cards to Glimpse of Tomorrow, which is part of the namesake of this deck build. It uses the trigger to glimpse the Glimpse of Tomorrow. So he's going to sacrifice all of his permanents, and he's going to start putting that many permanents back on the field. And the synergy in this deck comes in where all of the elemental cards that are working together, you have cards like Risen Reef when it comes into play. And when it comes into play, or another elemental comes into play, you start drawing cards, put more elementals onto the field, put lands onto the field. So when Glimpse of Tomorrow combos off, you just begin to just steamroll this value engine, and and here we are. So he went through all of these cards. So there's a Fury resolution, there is an additional Shardless Agent resolution, plus a Bone Crusher Giant, which is just that's a good time. So and then again, like we've seen all day with Fury, when it comes into play, you have the damage trigger that goes on the stack. Because it was not a vote, it does not have to die. It does not have to be sacrificed. So it's just a 3/3 double strike guy hanging out. By the way, just a quick out of character moment. Zach, have I jinxed this computer with all of the things? Have I made an imaginary deer hit this computer to just mess up your cameras?
Probably.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. By the way, listeners, that is Zach Witt on the mic helping us try to figure out this horrendous difficulty that my affinity for deer may have affected. While we're on air, I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
You're gonna make me blush.
Well, don't worry, it's radio, so they won't see you.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's fine. See, now if we were blushing on camera, then and I still want to go on record, we need to run down to Best Buy and get that minus 30-pound camera. That's the camera you want.
Well, yeah, that's exactly
the camera
what
you
we're
want.
gonna get for
now, y'all are in good shape, so that'll make y'all look like 4 months dead. But for me, I'll just be right at the sweet spot. Hi.
So you spelled the name right.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, broadband deer, right, broadband deer. That again, see, we need to copyright some of this. I'm telling you what, we look, ladies and gentlemen, we are writing comedy here. We are writing comedy. We are making comedy. Now on screen, they're just making violence. Like this is a bad time. So we already got a blood moon on the field. Which is really weird. Because so the elementals get to come into play. And here's the problem. And this is why Blood Moon does not, like Glimpse doesn't even care, because the suspend cost for Blood Moon, if things get weird, is just red. So like, I don't even know if this matters. I think if it's early enough, the Blood Moon can shut it down because it can stop the cascade triggers from happening. But I don't.
I mean, can it?
Yes, because he does. I don't think he runs enough basics.
Stop the cascade triggers from going off.
Well, he can stop the creatures from being played that create it. If he can, if Paul can wash him out fast enough. But good God, I mean, this is 2 to 3. This is 2 to 3.
It's just 2 to 17.
I know, and that's what that big pile of mess does. So like,
see all those things that got turned sideways?
God, so stupid. Oh my God. Okay.
Yep.
This is bad time.
This is a great time.
I mean, yeah, but it's a bad time for my deck, man. Like this is like a pimp named Slapback. Like this is rough. This is a bad time. No, but I love this deck though. It's very funny. Every time Creed shows up to an event, he's always got a wild deck, man. Like, so Creed, if you remember, Creed was the one who had the stupid Soul Flare deck with Zatalpa.
I remember. I was going to bring that up.
So it's, again, I love the ability to come back in.
Yep.
A pimp named Slapback. What did I say?
Yeah, that was
Slickback. It's a pimp named Slickback.
Yeah.
See, this is what happens when I don't have enough sleep and I have too much energy drink. Like levels just get shifted, kids. It's a bad time.
It looks
All right,
like
so we're
picked up game one.
Yeah, we're straight. We're going to the next game. Yeah, I don't know what you do with this thing. Like,
look at that rapid life gain. Back up to 20, resetting for the next game.
Are you just gonna let it say time the whole time?
Yep.
You're just gonna let it go?
Because there is nothing but time. Because these are unlimited untimed rounds.
I mean, okay, that's fair. Okay, that's fair. I would love to wholeheartedly disagree with you that there's nothing but time. Maybe here, but I ain't got enough hours in the day between hustle and work and keeping my family not trying to set me burn me with all my magic cards. You'd probably just be better off burning me and selling the cards. But
that's the current plan so far.
Yeah, that's what's up. I don't even know, man. I'm sitting here trying to think of what options you have to deal with this thing. What are you doing now? What? So what are we doing here?
Okay. So while they're queuing up for game 2,
Yeah.
Rakdos player, hand,
Yeah.
Shatter Skull Smashing,
Yeah.
Fury,
Yeah.
Monkey.
Yeah.
Opponent has Token, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Rakdos had that game.
Okay, in his defense, we just built it and he just started playing it.
Again, we're not. It's like in all competitive Magic. Occasionally, you have a line and you don't see it, and you lose.
Yeah. But I will also say, as another caveat to safeguard my deck from the power of it, that Creed's deck's weird. Creed's deck. Every time Creed plays, we were just talking.
Glimpse Elementals is a super interesting.
Do you remember
deck.
what Creed's deck was at Pioneer 1K? Were you here for Pioneer 1K?
Yeah, I played him in top 4.
Yeah, Soul Flare with a Zatalpa on it. I was like, so me and Zed.
So do you know what that deck actually was doing?
It was just putting keyword soup on dumb things.
It was Esper Greasefang.
With Zatalpa.
Yeah,
with
Zatalpa and Soul Flare in it.
With Soul Flare?
Yeah.
And some things that power Soul Flare.
So I feel like
this is what his matchup is. So Kyle and Chase and I were talking about this when Zach was away from the couch. This is the same thing. So it does the Glimpse of Tomorrow combo, but if the Glimpse of Tomorrow combo gets shut off, it's just like elemental mid-range.
Yeah.
It's running Wave Sifters and Omnath and all the things.
This is Glimpse Elementals.
Yeah.
Glimpse Elementals has been a fringe deck since Modern Horizon 2 came out.
Yeah.
It's a great deck.
I think the last time, I'd like to give a shout out to someone very, very far away from us. The last time I saw Soul Flare was against our friend in team chat, Justin Hines. When Justin was first doing Pioneer. And when Pioneer was first a thing. We got like 2 months of Pioneer, and then the Backstreet Boys reunion tour started, and then there we are. So I'm a huge fan of the Game Grumps. Shout out to the Game Grumps. That's what they call it. So, yay, we don't get demonetized. They call it the Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Fair.
And I just, it sounds more fun than what it is. And what it is just a pile of bad. And you in the medical sector, you can surely.
I'm not in medical.
Well, you know more about.
With a big
you're in science. You're in science. You're in science, and you and our friend Chi know way more about the science of things than me.
That's fair.
So,
what are we talking about?
how it's just a scientifically bad time.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're in the worst timeline.
we are in the worst version of Earth 616 that you got.
So when the split happened, we got the bad timeline.
Right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the good timeline still has Nelson Mandela in jail.
What did you just wait? Hold on, rewind. What did you just say? What did you just say?
The good timeline still has Nelson Mandela in jail.
Okay.
Or the one where people remember he died, even though he never did. Or
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, he died in jail. Yeah.
Although, but as a slight aside, if we're in the worst timeline, but I just lost 19 pounds, like I like a good timeline.
Imagine the good timeline
Where you didn't need to.
I mean, that would have started at third grade. That would have started third grade, man.
That's where the split was.
It could have started like last time we lost a whole boat of the weight.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, good point. Yeah, this timeline's trash. Yeah. All right, John, pro tip, you're a science man. Rewind button now.
Yeah,
dude.
By the way, love your shirt. I also don't like New Zealand.
Time doesn't work anyway.
That's fair. Bunch of Einstein relativity nonsense. Not fair.
Relatively confusing is what it is.
I mean, that's fair. That's okay. All right, so we are patiently waiting. I am sure that I just see Creed's hands. I'm assuming that Paul is shuffling the literal hell out of this deck.
He's shuffling it to living death and back.
Yes. Yeah. To death and its shadow. I'm here all week. Tip your waiters, ladies and gentlemen.
Sarah, if you're listening, I promise he's not here all week.
Oh my God. I would be here all week in an urn. Like that is real talk. So we're shuffling up. I mean, I think this is going to be a wild next couple games, because I think that there's been enough of both builds going around where they kind of know what each other are doing and they kind of know what each other are expecting. So, I mean, I want to get Creed back over here on the interview couch also, because I'm going to tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
Like, I want to know what goes through his head when he decides to run things.
So we can see that with this deck, along with the Esper Fang's Flare deck.
Yeah, Fang Flare. Esper Fang Flare. I like
that he takes a archetype that is incredibly rigorous and strong on its own, like the Grease Fang Parhelion combo, or the Elementals.
Angel Bus, good times. Yep.
And then he takes and he adds something else to it.
That makes it a rogue enough deck where they don't know what the hell to do.
It's almost like a feint.
Yeah,
it's like
it is. Yeah.
So you see the stuff hit the field as you see him building up, and you're like, okay, well, this is going to be Elementals. Okay, this is going to be Grease Fang. And then you see a Shoop de Whoop, and then you're not prepared. It's a really good way to try and pick up game one.
That's
and
fair.
It's a good way that you can lean into one or the other, because you can't sideboard against both parts of what's going on. Yeah. You're either going to sideboard against the Elementals.
Well, I think there is a Leyline of Sanctity opening of the match. So, to our viewership,
you know what that means.
Leyline of Sanctity is a card that if it is in your opening hand at the beginning of the game, you may actually have it come into the battlefield into play for free. So this basically says that turn one, no direct damage can be dealt to Creed. Now,
not only is it no direct damage, he cannot be targeted with Thoughtseize.
Yeah, he cannot
Grief.
he can't be the target of any of these spells.
So what that's going to do is that's really going to turn off a large part of the advantage machine that's
it's going to. So how is the Croxa trigger worded? It's target opponent, correct?
Let's look at Croxa.
So chat, we're going to pull up Croxa, Titan of Death's Hunger, a fan favorite of mine. I love this card.
There's nothing better than a big angry Titan.
So by the way, John, ladies and gentlemen, we also have one of our previous guests, John Karaspati, on the stream with us.
Yeah, y'all might remember me from the past two ones.
Okay. You know what? If we're going to all have shameless plugs, that's yours. There you are.
True.
Is it target opponent?
No, each opponent. So
that will get around it. However,
Croxa's also not in that deck.
Yes, it is.
Is it in the list?
Yeah.
It's in the board, right? It's not running at me.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Actually, I don't know if we built that in.
I don't think it's in there. But
Oh, no, it's not. We didn't build it in anywhere.
I'm going to venture to say that reanimated Fury, that's a 4/4 double striker, might close this game real fast.
Agreed. Yeah.
All right, and off a monkey we see a land, which, okay, can't cast it. Get a treasure. Put that treasure token down, guys. There we go.
He just slams it down. Just
the treasure.
take your treasure.
Why do you have to?
Take your pittance, peasant. I don't want it. So, yeah.
I mean,
that a-
that is an eventful turn one, though. Like, 6 power on board,
Yeah.
it's threatening 10 power and swinging.
Yeah, that's a bad time.
Ooh. Colony Garden's going to do some work, though.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. So, with Kyle, with Dwarven Mine, where you can just keep making dwarves to chump, the worst thing a double striker wants to see is a chump.
Agreed.
I mean, it just does nothing.
So we're getting into the red zone.
Yeah. Although I will say the build, so like, yeah, Fine Grief does get shut off, Thoughtseize does get shut off, but there's no direct damage in there.
I mean, Grief says target opponent, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So those are shut off.
They're shut off, but Grief is still
a good card.
Menace Boy.
Or a 4/3 Menace Boy.
Or a 4/3 Menace Boy if you reanimate it
with a Feign Death or something.
Like,
and we were talking, there are potentially 12 triggers. Because there's Feign Death, Undying Evil, and Undying Malice.
Yeah.
And me and him were talking about Pauper. By the way, here at Out of the Box Gaming, we are firing Pauper every Wednesday night now.
Nice.
In addition to draft. By the way, Monday night.
We're back in the red zone.
Yeah. Monday night Modern, Friday night Standard, and alternating 4-packs.
Endurance.
We're flashing the Endurance in.
What's going on?
Let's see.
That might just be. I mean,
Endurance has a big enough butt.
Creed is just going to kill a monkey and take 8 right to the dome.
I don't think he cares, because once he combos off, it gets so weird.
I think he wants to combo off.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point.
And he's okay trading life total.
Yeah.
But
So the Endurance is just going to smash the living sin out of that dead
that's
monkey.
a monkey that's dead.
Yeah, that's a dead guy.
May that monkey rest in peace.
Or is it possible that he just didn't realize the double strike?
No, I think he didn't want to die to double strike.
Yeah.
He didn't want to lose the Endurance. He wanted to keep it as a permanent.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Because what are the stats on Endurance?
3/4 reach.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Oh, yeah. Because, it would have died to double. Yeah, it would have died to first strike damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
4/4 first. It died in first strike damage.
He's so dumb. This card, man. Now, you can still, so like with Ley Line of Sanctity out, you can still play things like Grief and allow the target effect to fizzle. And still,
the trigger can never go on the set because it doesn't have a valid target, but that doesn't make you not able to cast the spell.
Okay, fair. Okay.
Terminate, and that's game. We're going on to game 3.
Yep.
We're at 1-1.
Wow.
I think Creed realized that
It's just
that terminate, like, keeping the blocker around was good, but that Blood Moon shut off his ability to play from originally Shardless Agent. Shut off his ability to play Shardless Agent.
Well, that's what we were saying. Like, Blood Moon doesn't stop the combo, but if it stops the cascade effect. Yeah, it stops the cascade effect.
It doesn't stop the cascade, it just stops the ability to cast the stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm saying you can't play your Shardless
Yeah.
Agent. You can't play your Violent Outburst.
Yes.
Because I think there are very few
just
basics
shuts
in this.
down casting the spells.
Against Grixis Death Shadow, Chase only has 2 basics.
Oh no!
He has a mountain.
I
and a
watched that.
swamp.
That was a hell of a match.
Rough.
The fact that he was still favored in that matchup until that swamp got exiled was
so we were looking at that, and for the longest time, I didn't know what happened because I didn't see what the card was. But what it was is that the swamp is the Neon Dynasty Kamigawa Swamp with a red lantern. And so those cards look so much like nothing else that there is. I just didn't know what it was because I broke my glasses there. So I don't really see
Quit
things.
breaking your shit.
Well, like a forklift wheel helped. It wasn't just me.
Okay.
It's not like I sat on them. But yeah, so, like I was telling chat, like, $60 in 2 weeks, I get another set.
Yeah.
Because I buy the insurance because I'm a spaz. So,
It's that or you buy cheap glasses. Those are your two options.
no, but I'm like high maintenance and I like my transitions and my scratch resist.
Fine.
And all my fun stuff.
Sometimes you gotta be a basic bitch.
I mean, yeah, I save that for Magic. Like, I save that for Magic. Although, I would like to say that 4 Monkeys, 4 Spyros, 4 Furies, and a bunch of other dumb ain't
Oh
necessarily
no, this is. I am very glad. So, I guess 3 weeks ago, Jose was like, "Hey, I want to run this deck,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, I've got like 90% of the pieces for this deck. Let me find the rest of it." And Jose spec'd a real good deck. Oh man, Rakdos, get wrecked. It looks real good.
It's so good.
All right,
It's
so
good.
I'm guessing Creed's gonna be on the play. If Creed or Smart can be on the play. Can we? Okay, he's got 2 glimpses in hand. He has to mulligan that, right?
Yeah.
He has all of his glimpses in hand.
I
mean, alternately,
there you
okay.
go. Good
Yeah,
boy.
called it.
That's it. Yeah, get there. Get there.
I mean,
We're not.
I
You
appreciate when we
can't.
can see competitors' hands because we otherwise can't. And
That just, yeah.
it lets us.
Like, and this is also, like you have London Mulligan. This is the last match of the day, last round of the day. You got to go for all the marbles.
Well, and like you're in a combo deck where do you need glimpse to win? No. Does resolving a glimpse probably win you the game? Yes. And so, both your combo pieces in
See,
hand.
that's so. My best friend Jeffrey, like
Yep.
he is a major Living In fan, and that it hurts. It hurts to have them in your hand.
Yeah.
Or to like be forced, like blue players who try to do like sneaky things, like make you draw your own shit, like to draw into it. It just feels horrible.
Yeah.
Because that's not what the deck's designed for.
No, you want to cascade into
And
the free
Glimpse,
spell.
if I'm not mistaken, Glimpse of Tomorrow was Modern Horizons new.
That's Modern Horizons 2.
No, it's new. It's never. This isn't. This
No,
isn't
this isn't a reprint.
This is
This
a
is-
brand new thing.
Yeah, this is a direct to modern printed card.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like that's the fun thing about like the Pioneer 1K, where like Teamer Trigger Warning took it all.
I'm so glad that
Dalton killed it.
earned it.
That deck is ridiculous.
I love that deck.
It is so funny.
It's just the jankiest combo.
Yeah, but it gets there.
Yeah.
Like, was he not? He washed everyone out into top 8, right?
So top 4 was me, him, Shy, one other player that I don't remember. Reigns.
Okay, Reigns.
We agreed to split prizes. I already had my invite, so whatever, I'll give it to Dalton.
Yeah.
Shy beat Reigns.
Yep.
And then Dalton beat Shy.
Yep. And I'm going to tell you, man, like that deck was ridiculous, but that's, again, another thing that I like. So a lot of people will argue that the way that Wizards power creeps sets and pushes these sets is fairly aggressive. As far
Definitely
as
during Fire Design, I'd agree.
Yes, but I do think it gives tournaments and it gives players the ability to, well, unless I have this deck, I'm not going to do worth anything. I'm going to just scrub out.
It has
It
meta.
gives you options.
The meta is, especially in Pioneer, the meta is
super
sufficiently diverse that like you can enter any number of decks. and still
The young lady at the store championship had white weenie.
Yeah, sure,
and
mono white.
Yeah, and she went almost all the way to the very end.
yeah.
And I was picking on her. I was like, it's going to be so hilarious if you win a Dark Confidant, which is a mono black staple, and you win it using white weenie. That's just the best flavor ever. And she cracked up laughing. And now, a similar list to her own is all over MTG Goldfish.
Yeah, mono white.
I mean, it's a good. It's
mono
a
white
rough
aggro is
card.
viable in
Yeah.
Pioneer. So we're
So we're coming
2.
into the turn. So we're in turn 2. We have a Grief on field. On Paul's side, we have So is that
Leyline? It's Leyline and 2 lands.
yeah?
I'm trying to figure out where we are because it
Alright.
looks like that Thoughtseize was pitched to cast grief,
Yep. Yes.
but I don't see a reanimate for the grief.
So I believe.
Did we evoke cast a grief and do nothing with it?
So
Are we calling a judge? What's happening?
okay. So
We may be calling a judge right now.
yeah. So here's what's up. So Creed lost. So
Yeah, Creed was on the play. We're bottom of turn 2, right?
yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out where our competitors are right now. It looks like grief is resolving. Grief, okay. Why is grief tapped?
What is the card that's
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he wanted to see the grief.
Yeah,
and what was
it
doing.
was, hey,
Yeah.
can I still Thoughtseize with grief?
So
The
what
answer
is
no.
tapped? So it's a Black Cleave Cliff.
Oh, yeah, that's a black click.
So I put the non-foil expeditions into the deck. That's why it looks weird. So it's the expedition Black Cleave.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks so
Okay,
much
and
like
we
a
stomped
spell.
in response to
Ooh.
the
Okay, yeah, to the
reanimate.
resolution. Yeah.
All right. Turn
Alright.
3, nothing. Turn 3 for Paul. Land.
Oh, we're tapping 3.
Blood Moon.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, there goes
that's
a
rough.
washout. Yep.
All right.
Blood Moon on curve
Creed looks
feels
like he's
really
locked
good.
at 2 lands,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
we're Blood Moon into turn 4.
Are those basics?
No.
Oh.
One's a mountain.
And there's Spyro.
Spyro-Man is
Yeah,
discarding.
but see, that's the thing. Like he can't.
Well, yeah, I think
Because
that Blood Moon might have locked Creed out of this game.
yeah, because so in order to get some of his digging out, he's got to get Risen Reef out, and or Glimpse the Unthinkable, and that's not going to matter.
Temple
once it
Garden
crosses.
Mountain are on
Okay.
Creed's side, by the way.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. So Mountain, basically.
Yeah, it's Mountain.
Mountain.
Well, Mountain, Temple Garden, Land, Mountain.
Fair. That's fair.
But it's still named Temple Garden. We don't change that. Evoking a Fury, blasting the board. That seems like a viable use.
By the way, I don't mind doing shameless trade plugging on stream.
That's fine.
Don't leave town because I have dumb stuff for you.
Seems good.
Yeah, because I brought the kitchen sink with me.
Cool.
Because since working 115 hours in 10 days seems pretty ridiculous.
All right, so we dashed a monkey.
Yep.
A monkey revealed Violent Outburst.
Ooh.
If it's me, do you just cast Violent Outburst as Paul? You've got the mana for it. You've got red treasure.
I don't know if he's going to see that play.
But you could cascade into any 2-drop.
I don't know if he's going to see that play. That is a very curious option.
You're not worried about your opponent doing much because they're locked on red.
Yeah, he didn't do
They
it.
didn't do it. That's fine.
That would be weird though.
Yeah, I mean, like,
That would be fun.
so worst case, you cascade into Terminate and you like put it on the bottom. But like, upside is you get
Is the
Dolphin
cast
Void
trigger
Warp.
made?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cascade says you make that.
But that is assuming so the only Dolphin Voidwalkers we have
Are in the
the
board.
sideboard.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean that he hasn't sided them in.
Yeah.
Because when he come in today, we were
Or
kind of
Croxa or any of the things you can reasonably.
yeah.
Oh, what is this? Oh, that's exiled to
Yeah.
Monkey.
Yeah,
I
it
believe.
does exile the monkey.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out where we are and what this card is.
That's Wave Sifter.
Is that a Wave Sifter that's exiled?
Would you mind exploring the trenches of glared gameplay?
Of what?
Explore the trenches of glared gameplay so we can actually see what that thing is.
It might be a glimpse of tomorrow. Let me go look.
Yeah, let's see. Because I think we discarded a pyro for elementals. There's a card. Alright, so there's a token. So we're untapping.
M21 Elemental.
Scrounger. Scorching Scrounger.
Yeah, the one that makes 2 elementals and gives you
Yep.
elemental haste.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that was cast off of a monkey.
That's stupid.
That's a great cast. I'd cast that off a monkey.
Yeah. Not near as spicy as a Violent Outburst, though. I gotta say.
That Violent Outburst would have been a great play.
I'm gonna ask when we're gonna do some interviewing. I want to know. I want to know if he saw that and just chose not to.
I want to know.
So
if he,
we're doing a Shattered Skull smashing.
Yeah, just wiping a board, which seems really
he's
strong
getting rid of
here.
it. Yep. Because that's X, right? It just divides it all up.
It's.
X divided.
I think it's up to 2 targets.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Double X if X is greater than whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Creed's on 4 mana, all of which is mountains.
I mean, I will give credit to where credit's due. He's still sticking this out. There are a lot of
The fact
people.
that Creed hasn't just lost this game already. is
Yes, or
astounding.
scooped. Blood Moon, turn 3 Blood Moon on curve just makes people take up their ball and go home.
If they
It really can.
Yeah, if they can't answer it. But the double pitch, double fury has let Creed stabilize this game twice.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, it's very insane right now.
land. Are we get those swamps out of your graveyard, my god. Alright, we're dashing a monkey. Monkey
Yep.
gets into the red zone.
Yep.
Monkey reveals a Cavern of Souls that's not playable.
Yep.
Monkey bounces back to hand. That's the turn. Meanwhile, Creed is sitting on 4 red mana.
There's
And yeah,
he plays Bone Crusher.
Bone Crusher came back from his adventure. That is a significant play right there.
So this is 2 treasure tokens and a Blood Moon on Paul's side, correct?
Yep. 2 treasures, a blood moon, a whole boatload.
Well, and he can keep just dashing monkey.
Yeah, but now there's a blocker for a monkey.
Yeah.
So he's gonna pay a billion, exile Spire-Man from his graveyard and make 2 elementals,
Okay. All right.
which is great. They chump
See,
block that.
that's exactly what we were talking about.
Spyro, like sometimes you just cast Spyro from the graveyard because it's useful.
You just do all the dumb things.
That card is a great mid-range card. Terminate. That is 1 dead giant, even if it dumps Paul in the face for 3.
Yep.
But that lets a monkey and 2 elementals get in.
Yep. All right. So
That's a
it revealed, I think, a shock. Breeding
yeah, it
pool?
was breeding pool.
Yeah.
And the follow-up play is a Magus of the Moon.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. We put 2 in the main.
Why not? Why not have 2 Blood Moon?
Yeah.
Blood Moon and Blood Moon on legs. All right.
Okay. Yeah. So you killed the Blood Moon. Okay. I mean, fine. So, again,
This is 3
I know.
board stabilizing furies we've seen from
Yeah.
Creed's side.
yeah. That card is work.
That fury does so much work.
Yep.
That's a monkey. Monkey gets in. Monkey says, "Shardless Agent." You play the Shardless Agent with 2 treasures. You have to.
Do it.
My God.
Do it.
It gives you board presence.
Do it. Do it. Okay, so everyone.
Okay.
This has like de-evolved from a commentary like live stream to just 2 kids watching a ball game wanting them to do what they want them to do. We're popping mana.
Yep.
And we are doing it. We are cascading.
All right. We can. So that's not Malachir Rebirth.
Malachir Rebirth or
the dead.
Feign Death. Feign Death.
There's something
Okay.
similar. Yeah.
All right.
To reanimate, it doesn't do anything.
That's fine. But you know what? Sometimes you whiff, but you still got to do things.
Well, I mean, more importantly, like the opportunity to cast a creature for free.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sure.
All right, we're gonna dash another monkey.
Yep.
Get in for 4 this turn.
Oh, there's a tap out of his own Seasoned Pyromancer for all the reds.
That's
Okay.
a Spire-Man.
All right. So that's gonna kill the
Kills a
monkey, and that's gonna go
and
elemental to
chumps
elemental
a
beats.
Well, that's a 2/2. The card that just exclusively looks like Glare is in fact Shardless Agent.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So it didn't kill the agent.
Second elemental chumps the agent.
Yeah, and it's Creed's agent.
It's Creed's agent.
Okay.
Yes. It's the agent we just cast off of a monkey. Monkey off the top, dash to monkey.
There you go.
Oh, that's the
game. That is game.
Monkey off the top.
So basically, last verse, same as the first. Paul still takes this tournament. It was a crazy set of games.
That blood moon on turn 3.
Wow.
Stopped everything.
That blood moon on turn 3. So
He was holding on to a violent outburst, a shardless.
okay, so Creed could have comboed if that blood moon had not come down on turn 3.
was not there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That and the fact that he was off land for so long.
And somehow
Monkey hit land every time.
Monkey hit land all the time, but Creed still stabilized that board three separate times with 3 separate furies.
So John and I kept going. We're sitting here, and like I said on stream, so this stream has de-evolved into 2 kids watching a ball game. Say, run for home, because what happened is, so off of a Ragavan trigger, a violent outburst was revealed.
Yep.
And was like, do it.
Yeah,
Do it.
You have to
and
cast
he
that,
did,
right?
and he didn't do it. And I'm gonna ask him if he chose not to do it or he didn't think to do it. But he casted Chartless Agent.
That's true, but
So-
you were screaming about that. You were screaming a little bit. That being said, there's no way they heard us.
There we go. Hey, everybody.
It's all of us.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. When you decide to go on camera, you let a fluffy kid know.
Oh, you're fine.
You need to do that.
You're fine.
All right. Anyway, so hi everybody. We're back. By the way, a second time me streaming, I still have a hard time not looking at the display and looking at you lovely viewers at home, and I'm working on that. So, learning curve is real.
Match anymore, so all you have to do is look at a camera.
Well, yeah, but so the whole time so when we have Zoom meetings with Bailey and our therapy group, and we're in a Zoom meeting, I keep looking at their face, but it looks like my eyes are diverting to camera.
What the secret is?
What?
Put the camera right in front of your fucking screen.
Yeah, but it's on a phone, so I don't know how to displace it all.
That should literally just be the camera is.
I just keep looking. I keep looking off. I can't look at the camera. I'm bad at it. I'm doing it better now.
I'm not saying difficulty maintaining eye contact, but
You know what? Okay. So this is the part of the show where people who've known us for way too long start and put their 2 cents in on microphone. But it is what it is. We're going to try to get Creed and Paul back over here for more interviewing. We've already had Paul for some interviewing, but now we're going to have Paul for shameless plug, because the broker's deck 1 to 1K. Yeah, that's what happens. Red black hatefulness. Just doing work.
Rakdos Rackamentals is the truth.
Rackamentals? I like that. All right. Okay.
I just came up with the name.
That's what's up.
I'm a big fan of Rakdos H-A-N. Also Bingo. Rakdos Bingo.
I mean, that's fine.
Bingo.
I'm down. Where last round, I was a little bit premature, but now we are officially done with the Pioneer 1K. Mr. Paul Carroll, winner of the Modern 1K, invite to the Modern 2K. Please.
Showing up at my house at 2 a.m.
Yeah, you are very welcome for showing up at your house at 2 a.m. By the way, I told Court on chat, so where I told you I was accidentally 2 houses over, and I walked through woods to get you these cards. Pro tip, there are no street lamps on that road.
It goes behind my house?
Yeah. And I almost ditched myself into your neighbor's yard twice. So please apologize to your neighbors. So I pull in, and I think I'm going to just be adorable and just back out of the driveway. And there's this much driveway. There's this much car and me. And I'm like, oh, we're going back. Let's go forward. Let's not. I don't want to get towed at 2 o'clock in the morning in Lexington. Because, this is not a face that wants to be in the woods at night by themselves. So, and I was like, Courtney, where are you? Because she said she's going to turn the light on. Well, the house 2 houses over had the light on, so I just see like woods and like the location plant. I'm like, okay, well, this is it, and it was not it.
told you to look for the
Because so Courtney goes, Adam, and it was like 2 houses over, and I'm like, this is the part of the show where the dude in the hockey mask kills the fat kid, and so yeah, she's outside hollering for me so he doesn't get beat up by neighbors, and also please apologize to your neighbors.
So,
I myself am allergic to violence. I swell. It's not okay.
my neighbors are pretty cool. Those
Yeah.
two is an older lady. You know what? I think the next house down is new people. But I
Yeah.
haven't
Okay.
met them yet.
Yeah. Okay.
The one right next to me.
Because they had like work vans with a bunch of like appliance stuff. I was going to get beat to death with pipes. Like it was going to be like Pulp Fiction. So
God, hopefully not.
Right. So that would have been real bad. I mean, it's Lexington, but so yeah. So what made you decide to hire me to build this? What?
Dude, you're my guy for when.
Well, no, but the build, but the build, like the actual build.
The actual build. So, I've been wanting to like get back into Magic,
Right.
like modern, because I haven't really played. The decks I have aren't really competitive. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
budget affinity and like
Yeah.
budget prowess, which is just fun to play around with, but you don't bring to an event. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
had Lantern Control, which I enjoyed. Don't get me wrong, I
Right.
love Lantern Control.
Right.
But I wanted to do something more degenerate, and then came
I mean,
across
all the blood moons
Yeah.
get real thick real quick.
I wanted to build something Rakdos, right? So I watched a couple of Aspiring Spike videos because he's like the god of brews. And then came across Doomwake playing this deck from like a year ago, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And another video of Doomwake playing this deck like 4 months ago, and then Gucci playing this deck like 4 months ago, and I was like, dude, this thing seems
Pretty good.
pretty great.
Pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing about it is when we were doing the trading and stuff, I especially wanted to let you borrow this build because the running gag with me is I don't play Magic the Gathering, right?
You just have
I never
300,000 cards.
Well, I just have like all the cards all the time, but I never build things. And what I build is typically jank that I enjoy playing regardless win or lose. Like in Pioneer Mono White Mr. Plow or the mono red deck I told you about the other night. The mono red deck that Marin MTG played where it's just mono red Obosh with Chandra Dress to Kill. Like there are decks that I enjoy regardless win or lose. I just have fun playing. And this deck is hilarious because of all the stupid triggers. So literally 2.5 weeks before you sent me this list, Karaspati and Jose sent me like just these random uncommons because we need these to finish the deck for the team. And I go, I don't even know what this is. Like, I mean, the Feign Death is as recent, right? Like Feign Death is as recent as original D&D, as original Forgotten Realms. So you have Feign Death, you have Undying Evil from Dark Ascension, you have Undying Malice from Crimson Vow. I knew literal what none of these cards were. I played in Dark Ascension. I never used Undying Evil, and I played Crimson Vow. I still don't have Crimson Vow sorted because I don't have enough. None of it was. Not a single thing. Like, if you wanted to do that, you just played things with Undying, like, Gravecrawler. You just did it. But, the thing, you have power levels with the elementals out of Modern Horizons 2 that you have with Force of Will.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can just pitch a card you don't want, and, like, you pitch a Thought Seize to a Grief.
Yeah.
Do, like, a Feign Death. You pitched one discard effect, but you got 2 in the hole, plus a 4/3 menace.
You kind of 2 for 1 yourself in a way, but you got a 4/3 menace. So that's like the.
But you're 2 for 1 in yourself, but you're 3 for 1 in your opponent.
Oh, yeah.
Every time, no matter what value you're sacrificing to yourself, you are doing so much worse to your opponent.
With Fury, the first burn matchup I had, I kept the opening hand because Blood Moon, because that just free win for a lot of decks, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, burn, so this is like useless. useless, so it was able to go to Fury to kill 2 creatures. So or one
Yeah,
creature.
and you know, and it gives you, with the exile effect, it gives you a lot of play lines where you have additional cards, or cards like you said are not useless in those matchups. You just get rid of it. Get rid of it. Turn 1, you can turn 1, feign Death of Fury, deal like 8 damage, and you get a 4/3 double strike.
Yeah. No, 4/4.
I'm sorry, +1/+1 counter. I'm sorry, 4/4 double strike. That's just dumb.
It's great.
That is
It's amazing.
ridiculous.
It's the most degenerate thing I've played. I mean, Leonard Control's pretty degenerate. Not so much anymore because like everything's more aggro. You got Seiju and prismatic ending.
You have. So the format has changed.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's the first event I played in a minute.
Yeah, and it's so cool that someone who normally doesn't get to play, you know, obviously we spoke a little about it on stream. You have a very rough work schedule right now, so but you still got there, man, and you got there with my deck.
Yeah, it was great.
It was so cool putting. This was probably the first time I've actually put together a set of cards for competitive play outside of Mr. Plow and Pioneer, which, look, let's face it, kids, that don't count. You know, you play that for the memes. Yes,
Yeah, okay.
But it may or may not accidentally do 21 damage on turn 3.
Right.
It's, you know, fun times.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like it's really cool to see something very unique come and just get it.
The thing that I'm surprised this deck is like as old as it is, right? Because there's a video from like a year ago and nobody's picked it up yet, and I'm wondering how, because this is insanely degenerate, and I'm wondering how long it's going to stay like a new deck, right? Because like the card that scares me is like Torpor Lord, right?
Yeah.
That just gives me. I mean, it gives me a free double striker or something, but
So the issue is, I think we're just now hitting a transitional point into Modern. When Loris was banned, everything slowed down.
yeah.
Everything went back to where Modern used to be prior to the companions.
Mid-range aggro.
So I think the reality is people don't really think about stuff like Rakdos Elementals because there's so many mainstay staples in the meta that are just the best things.
And Rakdos has also been one of the worst color combinations until Modern Horizons 2, honestly.
Until Modern Horizons 2. But I think the thing is, though, is overall you have a huge power level creep all the way across the board, across all the colors.
Oh, yeah.
So we were just talking as far as Modern, or I'm sorry, not Modern, Pauper. So you have Ephemerate, Undying Evil, and Feign Death as commons. And you also have things like Mold Drifter. You have all of the weird like cards in Pauper. Like you have power level.
Shriekmaw's a common too, right?
Yeah, no, Shriekmaw is still an uncommon.
Is it? Okay.
Mold Drifter was created as a common in Double Masters 2022.
Yeah.
So the printing, so whatever printing as a common, it creates a supersedence. See, Goblin Dark Dwellers was a rare in Oath of the Gatewatch. No,
What?
it is a common.
The ones
Goblin
that
Dark, the sack of creature get a thing. The sack of creature one. So it was a common in Double Masters 2022. So you have these weird. You have Monastery Swift Spear that's now a common.
Yeah.
Which
That's pretty sweet.
what on earth? So you know you have these power creeps on all of these different levels, and all of these different facets of the game, where eventually weird cards like Undying Evil,
I honestly
like Feign Death, create these weird vacuums of just stupid decks.
Oh yeah, and like Modern is kind of in that's you got to be like in a huge high power vacuum because like 1-for-1s don't get it in games anymore.
No.
So many good 2-for-1s in Modern right now. And the other weird thing is I feel like they're kind of like turning Modern into Legacy in a way to kind of because Legacy's not so accessible.
Well, Legacy isn't accessible because of the reserve list. Legacy isn't accessible because, to be technical, there is a large amount of trepidation in going to games playing with the deck that costs like half a house.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, you can just sit there and just walk away with a Moxon just as quickly as I walked away with a receipt. And that's a bad time.
Well, stuff gets stolen at events
Yeah,
frequently.
it's
sadly.
well,
Not
it's
a lot, but it does
it's an
happen.
unfortunate. I mean, there's just bad things that happen
that's
all around.
everywhere.
That's everywhere with everything.
It feels a lot worse than the legacy.
But there's not because typically also too at that higher level of competitive play, there has to be like a pretty gross payout,
Oh yeah.
and no one can afford to do that for legacy. You know, there used to be legacy events where the people who were forking out that value were doing it out of their own account to keep the format growing. You know, and now it's to the point where, well, you know, you can burn a Mythic Wild card on Arena if you want a Black Lotus.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You know, it's just that I think that's where Pioneer comes in because they're making Modern the faster, edgier, more competitive, super interactive format. And they're making Pioneer, just by result of a smaller card pool, that more entry-level format.
Legacy also, I think, a lot of people think Legacy is just all turn one games. That's not. It's so interactive, it's insane. Yeah. Like,
I mean, it is a turn one game, but your turn one, then I get my turn one, and we just keep bouncing back and forth.
I've played
Right.
I played Delver. Played so many games Hellbent just because like the stack gets huge from the first couple turns and you're both just like empty-handed.
Yeah, and you know, and that's again what I love is to, especially, so you weren't here for the Pioneer 1K, but there was so much weird diversity at very competitive levels.
Yeah.
So Creed, who our other opponent, he ran Esper Greasefang, right? Solid deck. But it had Soul Flare combos shoved into it.
That's pretty sweet.
So that one of the combo kills was a Soul Flare with Zatalpa and all kinds of other, and Greasefang Akiba balls and all kinds of stacks underneath it. Where literally when Zach and I were commentating, I just said, well, okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's just easier to say what keyword it doesn't have. Like, it's just keyword soup on a stupid creature.
I played a janky Soul Flare deck in Standard back in the day.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Well, and Soul Flare was one of the first kind of combo Trinsic Pioneer decks because of all of the availability that Cons Block gave in the Pioneer format to start with. Because that's Soul Flare's Tarkir block.
Yeah.
And so, but then there was like games where I'll just play Zatalpa. And just have a stupid Vigilance trampled dinosaur just doing weird stuff. And it was so fun. And then, like, he's doing stuff, he's wrecking face, and then Dalton Osman, who played Shirayu Patel for the final match, was running what I lovingly refer to as Teamer Trigger Warning. So it's Teamer, so it's blue, green, red, and it uses Grinning Ignis and Devilish Valet and Hazaret's Monument to create a net 1 mana combo where you either go off with a Devilish Valet with haste or you go off with a Banefire.
Sounds fun.
Where you're just and he was washing out rounds and like undefeated into top 8.
Can't counter it.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's uncounterable. And so then Chi was on blue-white control, which is a hard, fast staple.
Oh,
And she's a brilliant player. Chirayu's a brilliant player. And
he's from House of Cards, right?
so he actually originally played a lot in Charlotte, and he lives in the area. So he used to play, and now he plays around everywhere. He's actually been up here a few times for Modern on Mondays. By the way, shameless plug: Modern Mondays, Modern every other Friday at Out of the Box Gaming, 36 West Main, Thomasville. You know, you sit there and you have these really wild interactions, and that's a deck that just, when you spread it out on a table, I don't know, this looks like a draft deck.
Oh yeah. It
Goes in, and let me tell you, it smashes face.
It has some really awkward opening hands a lot, right? You end up with like 3 or 4 Famed Deaths and like a Thought Siege, and like back. But when you get like, even the deck actually, I was wondering how well it was going to mulligan due to like pitching your hand away. Spyro like takes that pressure off a lot, man. Seasoned Pyromancer is freaking sweet.
Let me tell you, a lot of people so quickly forget that with Seasoned Pyromancer, you can pay 3 double red and exile it away for extra tokens. But I'm telling you what, that's the thing. So that's what I love about late game effects like that. If you don't have anything else to do, what does it matter?
Exactly.
What does it matter? You're not going to use the mana for anything else. You can do it at the end of the turn and just get those elementals in.
Lethal pressure on for me several times when I had nothing else on board.
Now, I have a question that we were all talking about back here. Your Ragavan trigger and Creed revealed a violent outburst.
Yeah.
Did you consider playing that?
I thought about it, and then the only thing it would hit would be Terminate on an empty board, right?
Yep.
Or Thoughtseize on myself because he plays
Leyline of the Void, Leyline of Sanctity.
Or Dreadbore, or it could hit like a Feign Death, which is useless, right? I'd rather have it in my deck just in case I needed it.
So by the way, John, we were correct. Yeah.
Did Paul win?
Yes.
I have you playing that too.
We won. We won.
Yeah, it was a team effort, really.
Did he tell you about game 1?
Yeah, I knew as soon as the game was over, I was like, I just missed something big because I wasn't paying attention to life totals. Yeah. I missed something big being like the game.
Something big, like you had the.
Like I had to win because he had a taps.
Yeah. And you had the Shatter Skull smashing, the Fury.
Yeah, I had a handful of removal and tap.
Yeah.
I was
Well, and see, that's that's the other thing I love about the evoke, the free play trigger with the evoke, where you can discard. Because with London Mulligan and the ability to just weigh your hand and say, well, even if I have a Fury and some mana, I can still pitch it and just get in. Like turn 1, 4 double strike feels like a lives I would leave.
Yeah, I mean, like a turn 1 hollow one feels good. A turn 1 4 double strike feels freaking sweet.
Oh well, okay, fair enough. I'll just take things people don't. I'm a Sin Eater. Yeah, it really is. And seeing this kind of deck build, and the reason I love it so hard is this kind of deck build reminds me of Red Blue Eldrazi when Eye of the Ugin was still available. And so and I told Sarah, it's like playing Affinity, except I'm smashing people for 5 in the mouth instead of 0, and it just feels so good. But Paul,
roll out. I think. Sorry, man.
Congratulations,
Thank you, sir. Yeah,
absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Do you need the?
No, we'll run it. I'm not going to play Modern for a little bit. I still got a bunch of hustle to do for the next couple weeks. Maybe the next Friday or Monday, I would love to try to play. They do Modern here every Monday night, and they alternate Modern and Pioneer every other Friday. So I just got to get a schedule double checked with Zach, and I can text it to you whatever your off days are. Come up here and jam it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I work literally Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. So
all right,
if you want it, I'll have to send a top hat or somewhere when I wake up.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Just let me know a couple days ahead of time.
Or I can just run to the house in daylight so I don't ditch myself.
There you go. Yeah,
that'll work out too. But Paul, thank you so much for sitting down with us and talking about the deck. And so congratulations, man. Great play.
Felt nice to come back after not playing for months.
Yeah, we were actually talking about, everybody was talking about how much we love Titan. It's like, ironically, that used to be Paul's jam. That's your baby.
I still love it. I want something a bit different.
I don't think you get much better than this.
Yeah,
much more different. I'll be working on a secondary build for you because, if you noticed, all the fetch lands are like my babies from the secret lair. Yeah, so we'll get you built up and running.
I have my spells. I don't have my mana base. I need my creatures.
Okay.
Kind of. I have fetches. That's it.
Okay. Send me the shopping list of what we need to finish out your build, and we'll just have 3 or 4 copies running rampant.
Sounds good.
All right. Take care, Paul. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
So everyone, again, I can't thank everyone enough for all of the likes and the follows and the chats and the input. Thank you so much for helping participate in this event. Thank you so much for helping participate in the community.
What's the RCQ?
That I do not know. Actually,
13th, 15th, whichever ones.
Okay. So there is and that will be here. Yeah. We will have a RCQ for Pioneer here at Out of the Box Gaming. Zach, what day is our RCQ event here?
I have no clue if I think it's either going to be the 13th or the 20th.
So that will be the 13th of August.
Yep.
Okay. 13th of August. We will be here bright and early, moderating, commenting, interviewing people for that event. Again, we can't thank everyone enough. Please support Out of the Box Gaming.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a fantastic day.